Okay, we're live. Hi, everybody. I'm Jenny Rochelle. Welcome to the Surviving His Sex Addiction show. My family, my kids, and my husband, they keep joking with me that I need a theme song. Personally, I'm walking around all the time going, let's talk about sex, baby. Let's talk about you and me. Yeah, it's true. That's the song that plays in my head because I'm like, how did I become the poster child for talking about sex addiction? And I want to talk a little bit about that this morning is why I'm doing all of this. I feel like this is what I'm called to do. It's my vocation. And most certainly it's because of my own journey as a partner, now ex-partner. I ultimately divorced the man in my life who was a sex addict. And I just one of the things I also want to talk about today is why it's so hard to decide whether or not we're going to stay or go. And one thing I really want to tell everybody, all of you, from the beginning is that, like, I have no opinion on whether you should stay or go in your relationship, unless, of course, there's real physical um, safety issues, if those exist. And of course, I'm going to urge you to seek help and call a 1-800 number for domestic violence and get the support that you need. But generally speaking, that's not the case in these situations. And it's very difficult to decide whether we want to stay or go. I think that's one of the hardest things, actually, is trying to get that clarity about what's the right thing to do. And I think it's that right thing to do is one of the many, many, many reasons, and I've been talking about this for the last week straight, but that many reasons of why it's so hard to decide whether you are going to stay or whether you're going to go. And I think we can get really caught up in trying to decide what the right thing to do is. And that right thing, the essence of that is that you're really trying to decide, like, what's the core value that you're going to live by when making this decision. And so it's when you're trying to feel into why you're doing and what you're doing, often we have what's called a values conflict. And so what may be the right thing to do for you and your safety and your nervous system may be to create some space for you, maybe to leave, maybe for a little while, maybe in-house separation. There's lots of ways to create boundaries besides just, absolutely ending the relationship. But that may be the right thing to do for your nervous system or for you. But then in terms of your family and your children, then you're conflicted with what's the right thing to do for them to keep the marriage together for the sake of your kids, or is that the right thing to do? And so I just want to give you permission to let go of trying to get it right, of trying not to make any mistakes. Because here's the thing, I'm going to curse. You're going to fuck something up, right? It's going to happen. And that's okay. Like, you don't have to get this perfect. Like, you're not going to get it perfect. And trying to do everything right from the very beginning is just going to cause you to feel crazy, crazier than you already are. So just know that you're going to make mistakes in this process, and it's going to be messy, and you're going to fall apart. But it's that falling apart that lets something beautiful come back together again. Like a few years ago, I went on a women's retreat, all for partners, led by my former coach, and now my group coaching program partner, Sarah Morales. And we did a process called kintsugi. Have you ever heard of kintsugi? Say yes if you've heard of kintsugi. Hit me a comment with say yes. So kintsugi is like this Japanese art of, they take pottery that's broken, and instead of just throwing it out, right, they put it back together, and then they fill in the cracks and the seams and the crevices with gold. And so they take this thing that is broken and they put it back together again, and they put gold in it. And then it's like, then the cracks and the broken parts are the really beautiful, the most beautiful parts of the pottery. So on this women's retreat, we did this. She had us like smash bowls on purpose. It was really hard to do that. It was really hard to like break something on purpose. And then we glued them all back together again. And then we took gold paint and we lined the cracks, and I still have it. Oh, I think it's in my living room. I'd show it to you right now. And it turns into this really beautiful thing that you super cherish. And the thing that was fascinating to me when I did mine was like, there was this one piece that like I put it all back together and I glued it in, but there was one piece that once I glued it back together again, like it didn't fit for me. Like I just couldn't put it back in again. And so I ended up like painting the whole thing gold and sort of gluing it to the outside of the bowl. Sometimes, when we put things back together again, they just don't fit the same way. And so you have fallen apart, right? This terrible thing has happened to you. And now you are culling things out and you're putting yourself back together again. You're sifting through what makes sense, what you want to hold on to, what you want to keep, and what you want to let go of. And sometimes all the pieces don't fit back in the same way that they did, and that's okay. That's okay. And I'm still not saying whether you got to stay, whether you got to go. I'm just saying that you are a different woman now than you were pre-discovery, pre-disclosure, before finding out that your husband is a sex addict, before you have experienced betrayal trauma. You don't have to be that woman again. So I'll also give you permission for that. Let go of trying to ever be that woman again. That version of a mom, that version of an employee, that version of an executive, a writer, whatever artist, that woman, she's not here anymore. And I know you need to grieve that and to grieve the woman that you've lost, that you won't be again, and know that you will become, like through this process, like this beautiful piece of pottery, put back together again, and those places where you felt cracked and broken will become the most beautiful parts of you. And I know it's God, you want to strangle me, but that's my job, is to keep you looking forward. I want to honor where you are today, acknowledge how you feel today, and give you little glimpses of the future that you won't always feel like this. All right, I promise you won't. Like eventually you will find the clarity that you need to stay or go. You'll get there, 100%. You will get there. And then that may work for you for a while, and then you might change your mind again. It's just sort of this messy process that we all go through. So today, takeaway today is permission. Give you permission. Writing you a permission slip. Jenny gives you permission to not to get it right, to fuck up, to make mistakes, to fall apart, to be messy, because it is a messy process that you're going through. And I give you permission to let go of the woman that you were and don't have to be her again. You don't have to have all the answers. You don't have to figure it out today. You have permission to have the process that you need, because you're going through most likely the hardest thing that you'll ever do in your life. God willing, right? God willing, this is the hardest thing that we'll ever do in our lives. So I see you, I feel you, I know what you're going through. And I just want you to know that I am here to create this online sanctuary, safe space for partners of sex addicts and other women who have experienced betrayal trauma. So I will be here every Sunday morning with this live show talking about different aspects, different topics. And feel free to chime in, write questions, send me a message on Facebook, Jenny Rochelle on Facebook, or at Miss Jenny Rochelle on Instagram. You can direct message me. Send me questions. I would love to take topics and be able to discuss what it is that's on your heart and mind. Also, there's going to be a link in my bio. I finally finished, woohoo, the Surviving a Sex Addiction guidebook, guidebook for a woman in the desert. You can download it for free. It's 30 pages. It's beautiful. Lots of color and things for you to fill out and read and information. I tried not to make it overwhelming, but it's yours for free. You can go to my website, jennyrochelle.com, and we can read all about me and the programs that I offer. And there's also going to be a link where you can go straight and download that guidebook just for you. And let's see what else. I think that's everything that I wanted to say today. I got a new website up too. So if you go to jennyrochelle.com, you can check it out. It's pretty awesome. Talks about the coaching practices, the packages that I'm offering right now. And I will be for sure opening up group coaching virtual with my partner, Sarah Morales, here in December. Lots of exciting things. I'm so excited so I could be up and operational and to be here for you, sweet woman, sweet partner. We've got you. I've got you. All right. There's lots of places and resources for you in the world right now. You don't have to go through this alone. You don't have to. All right. Until next time.